This is probably last week was the roughest week I've had in many years. And I, like I said, had experienced the roughest week. And when it came down to it, it was the feeling of being abandoned 3 times in 2 days. Like I literally had that feeling of abandonment 3 times in 2 days in different ways. So it wasn't all the same form, but in different ways, and hurt by people that I truly care about. And it just kind of took me right back, into that little girl, like that when, that's mom, when my
Triggered
mom
you.
left, it triggered me. It triggered me. I found myself in my hotel room having a nervous breakdown,
Mm.
couldn't breathe, couldn't stop crying, hyperventilating,
Wow.
um, and just felt like so alone.
Yeah.
And I didn't know what to do. I I was out of town for work, and I just was, it was bad, and I have struggled with that my whole life. And I think that's why every relationship I have left.
You've left.
Mm-hmm.
Leave them before they can leave you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have been the
I haven't
one
thought
to
about
end
that
it
for myself.
because, you know, my mom left me 3 times.
Yeah.
You know, she left. So it was Christmas. It's 13. The day after Christmas, that night of Christmas, we stayed the night with my mamaw. My dad comes and says, "Your mom left. We're never going home." We never went back to our home. We lived on a farm, so we never got to say goodbye to our animals.
Wow.
My animals were my friends, like I was
Yeah.
shy. I didn't have a lot of friends. We didn't get to say goodbye to our friends at school. We didn't get to say goodbye to our school. I got plopped down in this preppy school where I did and I was shy, and I didn't fit.
Yeah.
And it was bad.
Wow.
And then he remarried, and my dad was a truck driver. So I think the fear of the abandonment, like every time he would leave and leave me with my crazy mama.
Yeah.
He would
Oh,
leave with my crazy
totally.
mama. Like, so Monday through Friday, it was just
Yeah.
me and my sister and our crazy mama.
Ugh.
And, he'd come home on the weekend, and God, I love my daddy so much, and I'd be like, "Oh, I didn't want him to leave." And so every time he would leave on the weekend, I'd feel abandoned. And then, he got remarried, and then she hated me. So he would leave us with her and then leave on the weekend. So I went to go live with my mom. And 2 years later, she left me again and left with some man and moved to Kentucky.
Wow.
So I had to go back to my dad's and finish school. The day I graduated high school, I went to go live with my mom again in Kentucky. And not even a year later, she's like, "We're moving to Oklahoma in 2 weeks."
Wow.
So I had to go back to my dad's. To this
Oh my
woman who
gosh. Yeah.
hated
No
me.
wonder.
To this woman who hated me, you know?
Yeah.
And I worked and saved up $300 and moved back to Ohio, back to Cincinnati or, Kentucky. And I literally worked at O'Charlie's making bread at 3 in the morning and hostessing. And I slept on some guy's couch that I didn't even know, just to not be there,
Yeah.
you
Wow.
know? So I just I care about people, and I take care of, I have a big heart, and I love people, and I take care of people, and I always give and give and give. And I know I can't expect people to do the same for me. And I can't expect people to be there for me the way that I am there for them. And I don't know how to let that go. I don't know how to. I thought
Yeah.
I was over it, but I think what I feel like is I'm just easily discarded.
Yeah.
You feel that way. Yeah.
That's
And
what I feel like.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm easily discarded. And I see other people who have great people in their life, and who have great families, and who have great, spouses and relationships. And why don't I deserve that? Why is
do.
it so easy for people to walk away from me? Right? Like that's
That's
that
not the
feeling
case
that I
though,
have.
Brandy. It's
It
not.
might not be the case, but
They're
that's
not walking
the
away from you.
feeling I
You're
have.
Yeah. And I want you to remember, you never know what happens behind closed doors either.
You don't.
Yeah.
So
True.
you're saying, I know all these people, excuse me, with these great relationships and everything's
It's
hunky
true.
dory and merry. And no, it's not. Not
You know,
necessarily.
But
You know,
I spent Christmas alone.
yeah.
You
Well,
know, like
a lot of people
I just
spend it
don't
alone with their
have-
spouse because they're being,
right. That's true. It's true.
Oh, there's a lot of lonely people that are married.
yeah.
A lot of lonely people.
I'd rather be alone than be lonely with somebody.
I would rather be
Next to
alone
me.
than be lonely. That's why I care about my friendships. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. How about you? Do you have anything you want to add to that? No.
Oh, no, I've had abandonment issues since I was knee high to a grasshopper, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just, you kind of reflect, you go back, you're like, oh, yeah, my mom used to leave us for days at a time at babysitters and never knew when she was showing up. Didn't see my dad, it was like an every other weekend dad. So didn't really get to spend time with him. And I was daddy's girl.
Yeah. That's
So,
been hard.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
hard. But yeah, no wonder I was a bedwetter. That's why. So it was already showing itself. Like,
Right.
watch out when your kids are wetting the bed, something's going on.
Something is going
Wow.
on.
You know what I mean? Because yeah, that's what was going on with me. Otherwise, it was just it was horrible.
Yeah, that's a big sign of neurological. You need to
Yes.
get in there and see what's bothering them. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it was bad. Yeah, because I'd have to sleep on a couch, and there were tons of kids around, and it was just like, BB&Js for days. Like
I wouldn't be mad at that.
it was,
You
yeah,
need
it was,
PB&J
it
every
was.
day.
Well, that's because you got locked in the closet and not fed food.
Yeah, I thought I had it, but see, now I have a really hard time even talking about this because it's nothing compared to what you went through. No, I'm like, oh, I think maybe I had it kind of good. I don't know. But, sometimes all you want is your mom or, your dad, and they're not around.
Yeah.
My mom worked full time too, so not her fault.
Yeah.
But, she just wasn't there. Because she couldn't be some of the time.
Yeah.
Most of the time.
Mhm.
She had to have a life too. She was a young mom.
Yeah.
Go out and bebop and do her thing. And I'm not mad at her for it, but it did affect
It affected you.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you feel it's manifested in you as an adult?
Oh, I have huge abandonment issues. Anytime anybody even threatens to leave me, like I freak out. I get anxiety. Like, when are they coming back? Are they going to come back? And, and that stems to like other scenarios too, not just like that. But,
Yeah.
I've lost people. That was huge in my life. Like, so it was even in my 40s, like when my fiance passed away, that my fear of him abandoning me like that, like it's 10 times, it got like 10 times worse.
Yeah.
Anytime anybody left the door or I didn't hear, even though all I wanted to do was be left alone.
Yeah.
Like it was just weird.
Yeah.
It was just, I was just in this headspace that was so unhealthy. But yeah, I think you cling to people when you have abandonment issues, and people don't like to be clinged to, because I know I don't.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't either.
step off, but then you're doing it yourself, but you don't realize that
You don't realize it.
you don't know you're
right?
doing it. Like, yeah, like needy. Like I hate to be needy. I hate looking needy. I feel
I
like,
hate it.
yeah, because
But sometimes I am.
yeah, but
Yeah.
I don't
Not
think
all the time though.
No,
But
no, no.
sometimes I am.
just sometimes like, hey, I need you to I need a hug. Just lay with me. Like spend the day, spend some time with me. Come on, pet me.
Yeah. Yeah.
We all need that. I think sometimes.
Absolutely.
But yeah, my inner child.
Yeah.
And I think I was telling you guys, I was talking about this at work today. And I don't know what happened. I went to a psychic in my 20s, and she said, something happened to you. I know, and I don't do that because that's sacrilege, but I did. She said, something happened to you when you were about 8 years old. She's like, but you blocked it out. I'm like, can you tell me what it is? She's like, no, I can't. But something happened to you. And then something just recently popped up that, then I was talking about, I went to a hypnotist. So you go from childhood regression to figure out why you are the way you are, and you react the way you are, abandonment issues, So I couldn't get past the age of 6. And we tried 3 sessions. He's like, you are stuck
You're stuck
at
Something's
6.
happening.
But I already had those abandonment issues.
Wow.
So I already knew. And that's how I kind of learned, like I had these abandonment issues, just even from that.
Wow.
But because I was crying for my parents. I could see myself at school on the swings, standing there just crying. And you're yourself, and you go and you soothe this
Yeah.
person, and I'm crying, and he's like, you were almost unconsolable at times, and you're
Wow.
kind of conscious, and you do remember like part of it. So it's more of a meditative state.